Hey everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve and I am a drone pilot. In this episode, we're going to take a look at a really impressive battery charger by SkyRC. It's called the D200 Neo. Now this little charger has a lot of bells and whistles. First off, if you provide a DC power source to operate this charger, then you can charge your batteries using a max of 800 watts. But if you plug it into an AC power source, then you're limited to 200 watts. And that's because the physical size of this charger is not that large, so a large power supply could not be placed inside it. However, this charger will let you charge up to 35 amps if you take ports A and ports B and run them in parallel. To do this, you will need your own parallel charging cable. In addition, you can discharge batteries at a maximum of 40 amps if you have the proper accessory. And that accessory is shown here. It's the SkyRC Battery Discharger and Analyzer. So as you can already tell, this charger has an awful lot of features and I've placed many of them here on screen. You can stop the video and check them out. Now let me just say that since this is a dual charger, you can plug in two batteries and do separate things to each battery, and that's because it has a very advanced processor in this unit. And because of that processor, this tiny charger can do many things very accurately. It can even be used as a power supply up to 27 volts, 15 amps to power other devices you may have. It also comes with a built-in USB-C power supply, and if you want to go crazy with the USB-C charger and charge up 4 USB-C items at once at 20 watts, then you can attach the PCH 150 adapter. Also, if you're a battery geek and love data, well, there's software available so you can monitor all your charging aspects. Now the build quality of this charger is mostly plastic, but there's some nice touches like the scroll wheel is actually metal, and the screen is a type of display that has nice pleasing colors that are not hard on the eyes. No matter where you live in the world, the unit comes with a language applicable to your area. In addition, the charger is very adaptable to the power supplied by most countries. So this is the box the unit is shipped in, and these are the specifications of the unit. Stop the video if you want to check them out. Now let's open the box and check out what's inside. First item would be your instruction booklet. Next, you have a power supply that's applicable to the country you live in. And finally, you have your charger. Looking at the front of the charger, we have our display followed by our port selector, A or B, and then finally our scroll wheel. On the front of the unit, you have battery voltage port A, battery balance port A, then battery voltage port B, and battery balance port B. On the left-hand side, this is the external battery discharger port. On the right-hand side, this is your USB-C port used for charging or data. On the rear, you have the cooling fan, which is not that loud. Then you have the AC power supply port, and you have the DC power supply port. And on the bottom, you have air pass-through vents. When you plug the unit into an AC power supply and power it on, this is the first thing you see on the display. And this is the main screen when no batteries are connected. Now, if I press the port button, you can see I start switching between port A and port B. Now to give you a quick demo of the unit, I'm going to use a 6-cell battery, a 3-cell battery, and maybe a 2-cell battery. So I'm going to plug a 3-cell battery into port A and a 6-cell battery into port B. So on our display, have a look at port A. You can see it says 3-cell battery and it shows the voltage of the battery, and the same on port B, it shows a 6-cell battery and the voltage of the battery. Now port A is always shown in the color blue and port B is always shown in the color green. So let's switch to port A and take a look at our battery. A graphic represents how full the battery is, and each of the cells is shown with their respective voltage. Now to charge, discharge, or store your battery, simply press the scroll wheel. The first selectable item is the battery type. The charger will select a LiPo, but you can change it to any other battery type shown here. Next, the charger will detect how many cells are in the battery, but if you want to change it, you can change it here. Next, you select what you want the charger to do to your battery. So you can balance charge it, you can store it, you can discharge it, or you can parallel charge it. Next, you can select the voltage of each cell. Most times it's just left at 4.2, but you can change it if you wish. And finally, you select how quickly you want your battery to charge based on the milliamp hours of your battery. So my 3-cell battery is a 1500 milliamp hour LiPo battery, which means I would charge it at 1.5 amps. finally select start and your battery begins to balance charge. On our screen, balance charge is displayed. Then we see our 3 cells and they will increase until they get up to 4.2 voltage. Next, we have the total voltage of the battery and the milliamp hours that we placed in it, 1.5, so that will go up to 1.5. And then we have how many milliamp hours have been provided to the battery, followed by how many watts are being used, followed by the elapsed time. Now, while battery A is charging, let's switch to battery B. This is a 6-cell battery and all 6 cells are displayed. Now I'm going to scroll down to the task menu and select storage because I want to place this battery in storage because I'm not going to use it for many months. I don't have to change any settings other than click on start. Now, as you can see on the screen, voltage is being taken out of the battery. As the voltage becomes less, the cell voltage becomes less until it gets to storage level. Now, while this continues, I'm going to go into the settings menu to show you all the settings you can change. Under the task parameters, you can adjust the safety timer, so if nothing happens over 240 minutes, it shuts off. You can set the max capacity, you can set it for trickle charge if you wish. Then under system settings, these are the common settings you'll change. First off, you have the max input power. We're on AC, so that's okay. Let's go down to the backlight. Right now it's on low for recording, but I'm going to put it on high so it's brighter. You can see a change. Also, the volume is the beep sound when your battery's done. I'm going to put that up to high. And then for the sound of the beep, does it beep once or beep multiple times? I'm going to put it on continuous. This is also where you can change the action of your USB out to data or charge. Next, you have your DC input power settings. SkyRC also makes a tire warmer for RC cars that you can attach to this charger. If you attach a power distribution hub, this is where you can adjust the settings. Battery meter checks the health of your battery. In simple terms, it checks the resistance of each of the cells within your battery. When your battery is new, the resistance should be low, but as your battery gets older or damaged, some of your cells will have a higher resistance. Next, you have the system self-checking option, followed by returning the unit to factory settings. Then you have the system info screen. This is the firmware of my unit at the time of this review. Then finally, you have the system upgrade screen. And there you have it. That was my very quick review of the D200 Neo. You can find this unit at the links below this video. If you have questions on this product, post them below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.